In today's class, we're going to explore symmetry and sequencing. So nothing is random when it comes to sequencing, and a huge element and piece that we can tap into is the symmetry aspect for many reasons. But think about as you practice the concept of patterns and things that really are hardwired into our brain, and the ability that we can actually focus on these things and how we flow and move through the various yoga postures. And as a teacher, putting together and linking the postures is very important because it is not random and it's very thoughtful, it's skillful. And as you link the postures, creating this symmetry and balance of the actions, the quality, the response, the energetics that take place, a few key points would be to notice how many postures you're linking together. And are they creating balance as well as the transitions as you move in and out of the linking? And I'm going to offer to you 3 to 4 postures max per side. So when we talk about or we think about symmetry and sequencing, why does that even matter? As a teacher, you're going to want to start to look through the lens of you're not only providing an experience for students when they come into the classroom to practice with you, but you're also educating students on how to practice. Patterns are important in this education, and you and how you collect and put together and organize your overall class sequence should come in with and through a lens of the symmetry aspect that is organizing, so that then you're offering students the opportunity to move through their bodies in a very skillful way where you've linked maybe 3 to 4 poses together in categories of action quality sets of postures, moving students towards finding balanced symmetry in their physical body, meaning you're balancing the right side to the left side intentionally, so that as they make their way towards Shavasana, right, the keystone, the centerpiece, really the overall movement towards posture, that they are able to release the physicality of the shape. This is what they do to get to the experience of being supported in Shavasana, releasing through the symmetry that you've used in your organization of your postures that set them up for success and stillness in Shavasana. And it's no longer just about this experience that's going to happen for 60 minutes, but it's about you have educated, equipped them with experiential movement to move them towards stillness, to understand how to do this thing we call yoga, because the yoga is actually that residue that's going to take place once they rise up off the mat and they head out into their day. We'll begin in child's pose. Feet together, knees wide, and allow your upper body to fold over your lower body. Consider placing your head on a block or take your forehead to the mat. Begin to gather into the center line of your body by drawing your low belly in. Breathe in through your nose and take a long exhalation out through your nose. Inhale, expand the front, back, and side tissue lines of your body. And exhale, soften. Gently rock your head side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. Assess any sensations and notice where your attention is being drawn within this shape as you breathe in and stretch out your exhalation and empty out. Do this for a few more rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Rise to tabletop, stacking your shoulders over your hands, your hips over your knees. Press your hands into your mat to create stability in your shoulder joints. Continue to cinch in around your waist as you gather into center line and press into the tops of your feet, or consider tucking your toes and pressing back into your heels. Take a moment to sense and establish the relationship you feel with gravity. Continue to organize and continue to notice. Inhale your heart and eyes forward into cow. Exhale, round your spine, pressing away from your mat as you draw your chin in gently towards your chest into cat. Alternate for a couple of rounds of breath through cow and cat. Notice the subtle sensations you feel in each segment and region of your spine as you articulate through the movements of cat and cow. Come to stillness and tabletop. Prepare and organize for your first downward facing dog. With your toes tucked, remain on your knees as you shift your hips back. Bring your gaze forward between your hands and press away from your mat and draw into the stability in your shoulders. Slowly begin to hover your knees off the mat, and a slow, thoughtful progression begin to lift the knees higher as you straighten and lengthen the backs of your legs, extending your hips back to create the shape of downward facing dog. Pedal your feet, alternating from side to side, and consider the aspect of symmetry in this shape, sensing and noticing the qualities that are different between the two sides of your body. Notice any qualities you sense in the tissues of your body between the relationship of the front and back side, as well as the lateral side body as you expand through your rib cage. Settle into stillness. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next in-breath, lift up onto your toe mounds. Draw your right knee towards your chest and round your spine like cat pose to place your foot forward into runner's lunge. Frame your front foot with your hands, either on your mat or on blocks. Establish a line of connection between your heel bone to your sitting bone. Inhale your heart and eyes forward. Exhale, step forward and fold. Separate your feet hips distance. Reset your spine. Inhale, half lift and lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge from your hips and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hinge and fold. Root down, soften your knees, come up against gravity to stand, sweeping your arms up and overhead. Exhale your hands to heart center as you take a moment to stand. Stand tall, stand well, breathe in and breathe out. Mountain. Notice the subtle qualities of symmetry again. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold with strong legs and your heart leading you all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back to runner's lunge. Inhale your heart and eyes forward. Create extension and length within your spine. And exhale, plant your hands. Draw your left knee to your chest, rounding the spine and step back to downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, shift forward to high plank pose. Press the mat away with your hands as you cinch in around your waist, keeping a long line of connection from your heels through the crown of your head. Ease your knees to your mat and tuck your toes. In keeping your arms strong, lower your hips towards your mat and bring your heart through to up dog. Continue to press strongly into the tops of your feet, legs engaged. Gather into stability, the center line of support. Soften your elbows and slowly lower on your exhalation all the way to your mat. Inhale, press up to hands and knees, tabletop. Take a slow, mindful progression to down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift up onto your toe mounds and step your right foot forward, low runner's lunge. Ease your back knee down and frame your foot with your hands. Pop up the front toes and lengthen your leg, pulling back into the front hip crease, hamstring stretch. Be mindful to keep the connection to your back foot. Press strongly into the top of your back foot as you did in up dog to release any unnecessary pressure on your back knee. Inhale, lift your heart and eyes. Exhale, carefully begin to fold over your front leg, keeping awareness on the inner sensations. Balance between the engagement of the front side of your body with the softening and relaxed tension in the back side. Prepare for transition as you flatten the front foot, coming back to runner's lunge, and then step up to forward fold. Take a moment to assess the symmetry again of the sensations in your body. Reset your spine. Inhale, half lift, lifting up the spine out of your pelvis. Exhale, hinge from your hips, rolling your pelvis over the tops of your femur bones to fold. 2 more rounds. Half lift on your inhalation, hinge and fold on your exhalation. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, fold. Listen closely. Inhale, half lift. As you exhale, step your right foot back to runner's lunge. Ease your back knee down. Prepare for hamstring stretch and remember the actions of integrity that integrated and organized you within the first side. Take a moment to experience the shape through the lens of a fresh encounter on this side. Inhale, half lift, hands framing the front foot or hands on a block. Exhale, folding over the front thighs with thoughtful awareness to the sensations you are feeling. Breathe into the felt experience of the shape you're creating. Assess the qualities of symmetry, then prepare for transition. Flatten your front foot, pick up the back knee, runner's lunge. Draw your knee towards your chest as you step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and a long breath out. Inhale to high plank, assess stability, option to ease to your knees. Another round of breath, and as you exhale, slowly shift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Ease to your knees into child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Take any variation of your arms that serves to lessen the effort you might be sensing in this shape. Rock your head side to side, connect. Breathe in and breathe out. Refuel, reset. On your next in-breath, rise up, ready to begin again. Option to stay grounded in both feet or inhale your right leg high as you continue to root into stability through your left heel. Root down and expand your right leg a little higher. On your next breath, take a careful step forward, low runner's lunge. Place your left hand on a block. Gather to your center line as you reach and extend forward through your right hand. Your thumb is up, and create axial extension through your spine as you squeeze your inner thighs together. Breathe in, extend. On your exhalation, revolve into the twist. Keep a strong connection to your block, pressing away, and consider tenting your fingers to activate the awareness of your core line of support. Merge your shoulder blades towards each other as you isolate the twist within the upper region of your spine. Breathe in, and on your exhalation, release as you return to center. Release the hands, step up to forward fold. Half lift on your inhale, fold on your exhale. Take a moment to assess the sensations of the release of the twist. Assess symmetry, assess balance, assess stability. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, low runner's lunge. Take your right hand to your block. Gather to center, engaging your inner thighs as you extend and lengthen your left hand forward. Thumb is up. Breathe in. Exhale, revolve into the twist. Keep a strong sense of connection on your foundation. Press away from the block or tense your fingers and isolate the twist into the mid-thoracic region of your spine. Assess your breath. Notice and feel. Inhale. Wait for an invitation. Exhale. Expand and revolve a little more. One more round of breath. And then release thoughtfully as you exhale to return to center. Inhale your heart and eyes forward. Exhale, step forward and fold. Reset your spine, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root down, soften your knees, rise up against gravity to stand. Stand tall, stand well. Release your arms by your side, palms rotating slightly open. Soften your face, relax. Notice and feel. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold with strong legs and your heart leading you all the way. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, low runner's lunge. Take your hands to your blocks, frame your front foot. Begin to straighten your front leg, drawing back into your right hip crease. Remember the actions and qualities of organization that you practiced in hamstring stretch. Incorporate that now into this version of pyramid. Assess the space in your upper body and consider incorporating a half lift, tenting your fingers on your blocks. Stay lifted or slowly begin to fold over your front leg. Notice the quality of sensation and seek not to become overwhelmed. Find the balance and stability between your breath and the steadiness of the choice of your actions. A couple of more rounds of breath here, assessing and making appropriate responses to all that you are encountering. Prepare for transition, shift forward to runner's lunge, plant your hands, and step back to down dog. Take a few rounds of breath to release. Consider pedaling your feet or press strongly through one heel as you bend the opposite knee, softening your heart a little closer to your thigh. Alternate side to side. Find symmetry and balance within the actions you're choosing. And after you've taken what you need, settle into stillness. Stillness in your body, stillness in your mind. Breathe in, breathe out. Option to stay grounded in both feet or press strongly into your right heel as you lift and expand through the left heel. Continue to root down to lift higher, waiting for the invitation to expand. On your next in-breath, place your left foot forward, low runner's lunge. Take your hands to your blocks, frame your front foot. Option to walk the blocks back if needed. Lengthen your front leg and engage stability within your front thigh as you invite release within the hamstring. Lift your upper body, wait for the invitation to fold over the front leg slowly and thoughtfully on your exhalation. Let your breath guide you along with the sensations from the actions you take. Seek balance and symmetry between the two. A few more rounds of breath. Prepare for release and transition to low runner's lunge. Plant your hands and step back to down dog. Take a breath. Inhale to high plank. Continue to press away from your mat. Cinch into center line. Exhale. Lift your hips and slowly press back to down dog. Inhale brings you forward to high plank. Slow exhale sends the hips back to down dog. Listen closely. Inhale to high plank. Exhale, ease your knees down and stay strong in your arms and legs as you transition to up dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Soften your elbows and lower carefully all the way to your belly. Take a moment to release. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, press up to hands and knees and make your way thoughtfully back to downward facing dog, remembering and utilizing all of the organizational actions you have already experienced. Take a moment to notice how this downward facing dog feels. Assess the subtle movements on the interior of the experience between your breath and energy flowing through the shape. Move your head side to side, then up and down. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next breath, inhale your right leg high and exhale a careful step forward. Place a block to the instep of your front leg and begin to straighten your front leg, drawing back into your front hip crease. Notice the natural symmetry of the shape as your back hip comes forward naturally. With your left hand on your block, tense your fingers, engage your inner thighs, begin to lift and create the shape of revolved triangle. Let your inhales prepare you, your exhales revolve. Invite stability within your awareness by noticing the sensations moving through your body. Not too much, not too little. Assess what feels just right, stable and strong. Breath expanding you into an expression that supports balance and symmetry. On your next exhalation, slowly revolve back to center. Pause a moment, then release by stepping up to forward fold. Reset your spine. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, crown of your head down as you fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step your right foot back, low runner's lunge. Place your right hand on a block and lengthen your front leg, drawing back into your front hip crease. Sense the natural intuitiveness of your body as your back hip comes forward. Prepare for the twist. Tense your fingers to your block. Breathe in. Rotate into revolved triangle on your exhalation. Continue to spread your awareness throughout the shape, sensing and noticing. Tap into the quality of stability and expansion as you continue to organize and revolve. Breathe in and breathe out. Prepare to release mindfully, revolving back to center. Plant your hands and make your way back to downward facing dog. Ease to your knees and rest, child's pose. Consider your knees wide or draw your knees closer and slide your hands down by your side to rest in embryo. Feel the connection of your forehead to your mat or a block. Gently rock your head side to side. Breathe into the space you're creating in your practice. Slowly transition up and make your way onto your back. Stretch your legs long and reach overhead. Point your toes and extend from your toe tips to your fingertips, peeling your low back away from your mat. Gather your knees in and wrap your arms around your knees. And if it feels helpful, begin to rock your hips side to side. Gather in and acknowledge this time that you've dedicated with consistency to your practice. Lower your legs and take your feet to the mat in a grounded bridge stance. Open your feet wider to the edge of your mat and allow your knees to gently draw in towards each other into constructive rest pose. Notice your breath. Notice the sensations. Slowly open your knees and begin to windshield wiper your knees side to side. You can make this movement as big or as little as you wish. Alternate side to side. Come back to center. Open your knees wide and slide the soles of your feet together, reclining bound angle. Feet together, knees wide. Consider blocks under your knees for a layer of support, and allow your low back to lift gently away from your mat and check in that there is space behind your neck as well. Arms can relax by your side with palms open, or consider taking your arms overhead and clasping your forearms to frame your head. Relax and settle. Invite stillness. Invite heaviness in your body. And these last few moments, balance the symmetry of your body and prepare for Shavasana. Begin to pull away from any sense of strong stretch sensation. Begin to release the need to produce. I'm going to continue to hold the space of time as you settle in to Shavasana. Come into awareness of your breath. Begin to sense the movement on the interior of your experience. Let your inhalations become a little fuller, your exhalations a little longer. Awaken slowly from stillness and begin to invite movement from the periphery of your body, your fingers, your toes, a gentle rocking of your head side to side. Consider a final full body stretch as you reach and extend your arms overhead. Reach and extend. Then gather your knees in gently and make your way to your right side. Rest. Remain in absorption of the experience you've just created. Notice how the practice feels in your mind, your body, your spirit. Prepare to carry this experience with you as you begin to rise up and step off your mat and back out into your day. Rise slowly to take a comfortable, easy seat. Settle into a seat that is grounded and supports the length and extension upward of your spine. Draw your hands to your heart. Pause. A seat of gratitude. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently float your eyes open and let your gaze remain soft. Draw your palms to your forehead. A seat of clarity. A seat of wisdom. A seat where you put the knowing into action. Take a breath in and a soft breath out. Relax and release your hands. Thank you for joining me today, and I wish you well along life's journey.